Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Wynn Diegel of Midland Dow Football. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. So, pretty good start to the season so far. 2-1 to start the year. I know this past week did not go the way that you wanted, but still a pretty good start of the year for you guys.
Yep. We've been working, and last week wasn't the outcome we wanted to, but we just got to bounce back this week.
Yeah. So really, just with this season, I know obviously. Dow has been a solid program, throughout the last couple of years. But what has it been like just to kind of see your growth as a QB and just kind of grow as the season goes along?
Yeah, you definitely want to get better every week, and you want to make sure your teammates get better every week, and that's just the main goal is just work in practice of what the coaches want you to do, and then on Friday just go perform it. And my growth has been big. I'm not the biggest, fastest, strongest kid, but I will go out there and try my hardest every Friday night. But yeah, just to compete and have fun.
So I know we're kind of in week three of the season. We've gone through three games. It's usually the time where coaches kind of figure out where they are and what they have going into the last 6 weeks of the season. This next third of the season is where you separate the contenders and the pretenders and all that other stuff, and really getting you set up for the last final few weeks of the season. But really, these next couple of weeks are going to be have some big games ahead. But just overall, before we get to previewing the games, like how do you feel like you've done as overall as a team and just overall just as a player, just trying to get better?
Yeah. Fenton and Heritage, we haven't beat them, both of them in like 4 or 5 years. So opening the year up against them is actually obviously pretty hard. But we got it done. And just as a team standpoint, we obviously our goal is to, try to be undefeated, but obviously that didn't go as planned. But we needed a little reminder, not that bad of a reminder, but we just the team these next three games, like you said, are really important to this team, because we need to know what we're like, in the last three games of the year. And this team hasn't made a deep playoff run in a while, so that's probably our goal for the year.
I know that also trying to be, on the field, you're also trying to perfect your craft, but you're also trying to kind of promote yourself off the field as well.
Yeah.
I know you've been pretty active on social media, just trying to get your name out there because I know you want to continue playing at the next level. How do you balance that just, from the on the field stuff to the off the field stuff to the next level? Because that's also important as well.
Yeah. It's obviously being hard being a student athlete. But it comes with it. But yeah, me and my friends, we hang out a lot. We, do stuff. And I think it's important for like, yourself to, not just always be involved in football, to take a break a little bit. Um, like me and some of my friends, we go to like the volleyball, soccer games together and have fun. But also like with, being off the field, you got to, maintain a good grades and stuff. And being a student obviously comes first, but just to put in, you got to study, you got to practice, you got to watch film. It's a lot, but if you want to get to the next level, that's what you got to do.
Yeah. So really just as a quarterback, like how have you always played QB growing up?
Yeah. Yeah, I have. Since I was like in third grade.
Okay, there's always a story behind quarterbacks. Do you always
Yeah.
have an interesting story from your younger days?
Not my dad and my grandpa were both kind of quarterbacks, like wide receivers. They were a lot faster than I am. But no, I mean, just throwing in the yard with my dad, and I had a pretty good arm, and I fell in love with it.
Yeah. To play for Midland Dow and to play for I know that coach is building a lot of good things up here at Dow. But what's it like playing for Coach Peterson and just the entire Midland Dow community?
Yeah, me and Coach P, we have a very good relationship. I think when we see each other in school, we kind of laugh at each other, and it's fun. But we're very competitive. I used to take his class, and we'd go against each other when we played tennis and stuff. But no, I think last year being a sophomore, I was kind of like a baby out there. But this year I've like grown to, be like the leader of the offense. And I think I did a better job of that towards the end of the year. Um, but no, he's been great. He's been very like patient with me, and he what I really like about him is if like I see something on the field, he'll listen to me and he'll run that play. And I don't know, he loves to throw the ball, which I love. But no, he's a great guy, great father, great coach. But yeah, I love him.
Yeah. So coming into, this year, you mentioned, being a sophomore and then going into your junior year, which they always say is your most important year. How is the first few weeks going, for you just overall as a student? Are you getting used to all your classes again and all that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, like you said, the junior year is the hardest. But no, I mean, I just gotta pay attention and really just lock in school, and because I know I can perform as an athlete, but the student part comes first. But yeah, it's definitely a lot difficult than last year.
Any notable classes you're taking?
Yeah, I'm taking chemistry. That's pretty hard. And yeah, I've always not been very good at math, so probably algebra. I'm taking algebra 2 this year, so
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, so heading into you got Bay City Western this week. I know they're kind of on the same path as you. I know
Yep.
they're also 2-1. They actually, I believe, just lost to Midland this past week. So, you know, a team that obviously was not very good on very good record wise, but I know Chris always brings a really tough team as always to Bay City Western. But what's it going to be like going up against them, and then of course the two Traverse Cities coming up in week 5 and 6. So I
Yeah.
said these next three games,
Yeah.
I always like to split them in threes.
Yep.
So what are you kind of looking at for this next third?
Yeah. So basically Western, big game for us. I like to see how this team bounce back. But I don't know, I just think that, obviously like you said, they're a tough team. But they got a good defense. Last year we won, I think 3-2, in a very, delay game.
Yeah,
But no, I mean, definitely hoping to put up some more points this year. But they got a good team, they got a good defense. They'll be flying around, so it'll be fun.
yeah,
And then Traverse City Central, I think we play first. They're a good team. I think they only lost to Davison by like a touchdown or two. That's our homecoming game, so we just got to compete. Haven't really watched the film on them yet, but just got to compete every week because I know these guys can. And if we want to take the extra step, we got to win. Our goal is the SVL, so we want to win every game out. Um, and then going up to Traverse City to West will be obviously a tough environment. It's very hard traveling and 2.5 hours, getting off a bus and then trying to go perform. I think we play at like 8 o'clock against them too. So that'd be interesting. But we just yeah, like you said, we gotta compete every week and we gotta win these next 3 games. So that's mainly the goal.
absolutely. So let's get in your head a little bit. How do you like mentally prepare for a game there when?
Yeah, watch a lot of film. I'm a quarterback, so we have different practices. Like, one practice is offense practice, one practice is the defense. But mainly, I'm just always throwing routes, whether it's to the JV guys or the varsity guys. But I'm always mentally just watch a lot of film. I got to get good sleep. Got to make sure I, still do well in school, but and just I got to study the game.
All right. Wynn, I think we need to get to know you a little bit. How about that?
Yeah.
So, okay, most memorable moment from your football career at Dow so far.
Hmm. Um, Most memorable. Um, we didn't win this game, but probably as a sophomore, we were playing Midland High and we were on the 1 yard line like 3 times that game. And we led a 99-yard drive down and we scored. And just the emotions of that drive and starting on the one, and we had a couple penalties, and that was just like one of my favorite moments of all last year. and it wasn't a win, it wasn't a turning point of the year or anything, but it just felt very good when we, got down there and scored.
Yeah.
Definitely wish the outcome would have came different. Threw a couple good passes on that drive as well, but I'd probably say that so far. But I mean, this year beating Fenton and Heritage is probably a big two memorable moments as well.
Who's your favorite football player?
Uh, I'd probably say JJ McCarthy.
Okay.
I'm a very big Michigan fan. And people say I kind of look like him, but I don't really see that. But I just try to. I'm obviously not as fast as JJ, or I have a good as arm as him, but I try to lead in his footsteps one day.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay. Favorite movie?
gosh. Um, I would probably say my favorite movie. I like any movies with like Adam Sandler probably in them,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I don't know a Pacific movie. There's so many good ones, but
I know, they're so tough. And then finally, what is now? This is not, you know, going and getting just food before a game or something like that, but
yeah,
just in general, what's
yeah.
the go-to place for food?
So me and my friends have started this new trend. We go to like Qdoba before a game. That's pretty good. But probably my favorite food is I'd say probably some orange chicken from Panda Express. It's pretty
Okay.
good.
Okay. You said Qdoba, bowl guy,
Yeah.
burrito guy.
I'm a quesadilla guy.
Okay. All
I like
right.
the fake quesadillas. Yeah.
All righty. Okay. So, all right. Wynn, thanks so much for coming on here and
Yeah.
best of luck against Bay City Western.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.